Hello, everyone. I want to point something out that we're seeing, not a lot, but we're seeing it on some returns, and I'm sure it's just going to continue unless we correct it. What it is, it's really related to the city returns, but it could also be due state returns too. If you ever see, right now I just viewed this return, it's a practice problem, but so East Lansing, if you see this right here, it's all zeros. So the only time this is going to, so basically what we're doing is we're filing city returns when we don't need to file city returns. So they're all zeros. There's no income, there's no expenses, there's no reason to file this return. It's just automatically displaying in Drake because we filed a city return last year for this, like for East Lansing in this example. And it's showing, and I'm going to show you why this is even popping up. But the only way to identify these returns that don't need to be filed is if you view it and you see all zeros. So when I hit continue and I come down to my East Lansing return here, if you look over in column C, taxable income, nothing's there. So if you have no taxable income, you're not required to file a city return. So this is basically, it had 25,000, it's all being backed out. It shows a non-resident, but there's just no reason to file this return. And the reason this is even displaying, I'm going to show you why it's displaying. When I go into my states, go to East Lansing. Right here, this tab, other forms. So because I filed a city return, East Lansing return last year, this is pre-filling. So it's just, this is how this comparison actually creates, is it's filling it with 2022 data. And so that's now having the comparison show up when I view the return, which produces an East Lansing return, but it's not needed. So if you ever see all zeros for a city or a state, you just need to investigate. Don't just assume right off the bat it shouldn't be there, but most likely it shouldn't. Just go ahead and take a look at it. And you guys should be looking at the comparison. So I know this defaults to federal, but you need to also look at the state comparison to see why things are changing. Look at the Lansing comparison, see why things are changing. And then if you looked at the East Lansing comparison, you'd see this big blank, and hopefully that triggers something to think, maybe there's something wrong here. And if you don't understand it, just go grab a senior person that has experience with this. But to remove this, what we do is we just go back to data entry. I'm going to go to East Lansing, other forms, go to my comparison, do a Control D, and say yes. Now when I view this, now my East Lansing is gone. So us as tax preparers, we need to just pay attention. Most of what you do is data entry. There is some things, you just got to just don't assume the software is going to do everything correctly. Now, in this case, some returns did go through. They actually went through the review process, so our reviewers didn't catch them. So this is for the reviewers too. If you see this, take a look at it, question it, send it back to the preparer and say, hey, why are we doing this? Now, we can e-file the return still, and we don't want to, and there's no harm done other than the fact we just charged them $15. So the clients we're working with now here in January, early February, they're just interested in the refund. They're not even paying attention to their tax return, so they'll probably never catch it. Don't do it. But now when we get into our February crowd or late February crowd, they're more interested in the taxes. They're going to catch this and then question, why are we filing a city return? And then charging them 15 for what we don't need. So then it makes us look like we're dishonest, just trying to get money out of them, which isn't the case. It's just you guys are so inexperienced with this. So please just pay attention. If you see it, delete the comparison out if there's no need to file a city return. And just wanted to point that out. This is something that happens every year. So it's not like you're a new group of new preparers. Every year we go through this. This is the first year I'm actually doing a training video on it, just because I want to try to put a stop to it. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, please come see me or go grab someone that has some experience, and they'll show you exactly what we're talking about. And that is it. Thank you.